Now, friends, we shall see the enterprise's objectives and constraints. The sole assumption or the only assumption for an enterprise's objective is profit. Profit is the sole aim or objective of a business. This has been in the economy, or this has been talked about for a very long time. But that is not only enough for the business to be in the economy or in the society. There are other objectives also. What are the other objectives? As because the enterprises are in an economy which is changeable, or which has to face political, economical, social and cultural environments, and it has to survive and grow along with it, its objectives can be classified into 5, namely organic, economic, social, human and national objectives. Let us now see one after the other. First one is organic objective. What is organic objective? Though we know the basic minimum objective of an enterprise is to live in the market, that is to survive. An enterprise its main purpose is to be in the market or to survive in the market. How can it survive? It can survive only if it is able to produce, distribute, if it is able to produce and distribute goods or services at a cost which helps for it to recover the cost that has been incurred by production. That means only if it is able to sell at a price which helps for it to cover the cost, then it can survive in the society, it can live long. Only if it is able to make some revenue which helps to cover all the cost, it will be able to pay for its creditors, suppliers and employers. If it is not able to, then the question of survival becomes very abrupt over there. It cannot survive. For for a business which cannot survive, nobody will be able to give it any help. At that stage, it has to go for bankruptcy. Once when the growth itself, when its survival itself is of a question, then it cannot aim at an growth or expansion. Only when its survival becomes assured one, then a business can aim for a growth and expansion of it. With the rise of professionalism in the business, the manager's growth also has become an important one, and it has gained importance. The managers, how are their success measured? The success of managers is measured in the performance of them, which shows the expansion of the business. If a business has been expanded in the years of running and it has shown a growth, then the success is treated to be the work of the managers. Whereas the owners, they want to raise the profit and be in the capital market, increase the capital market share, and they want a public reputation for them. At the same time, managers aim at an optimization of the balanced rate of the growth of the business. This is the first and foremost organic objective of an enterprise. Next is economic objective. We learned that profit maximizing is the basic assumption of a business. The firm determines the price and output policy in such a way as to maximize the profit. Investors, creditors and employees who all related to the enterprise, they are also interested in knowing the profitable capacity of the enterprises only. The creditors, as I already said, will not be interested to lend money to any enterprise which is not making good profit. Expenses such as salaries, wages, and perquisites of employees also arise, are also being to be given only out of the profit. So the profit of an enterprise is a big milestone age or a result which is looked upon by various persons on their own way. When we say profit, the profit is different for economic sake or economist view and accountant view. For an accountant, profit is the difference between the total revenue and total cost of the firm. Here the total cost includes the expenditure which is meant for the production. The economic profit, whereas, is difference between total revenue and total cost. Here the total cost include both implicit and explicit cost. Explicit is well known or well shown, expenditures which is well shown. Implicit is one which is the cost of the self-owned factors of the employee, of the employer or the entrepreneur, in which he has used for the factors of his own in his own business. So economic profit usually will be less than that of the accounting profit. Here when we say these two profits, it could be normal profit or abnormal profit. What is a normal profit? Normal profit is the normal rate of return on capital invested by the entrepreneur. Here, if this capital has not been used for business, if he had used it for any other purposes, what would have been the return? That return, if he had got over investing it in a business, that is called as normal profit. And his remuneration for the labor and the reward for risk-bearing function that he had taken up as an entrepreneur. The normal profit, if it is reachable or if it is obtained by him, he considers to continue in the business, he considers or he is happy to be in the business. But whereas what is supernormal profit or abnormal profit, it is over the normal profit or above and higher than the normal profit. It is obtained when the total revenue is greater than the total cost.